Sid. Your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalamil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail.
Suppose we just follow the shouting. When did you get so big?
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid. And Lady Jill.
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos. And the market, the Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil, is the only place I can reliably obtain. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place, these accursed skies. The Dark, or an entire city for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. Perhaps we can find a solution to Dalamil's problems.
I hope so. For all.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the...
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for...
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will it may still be possible to make them... before presenting them with a...
And that would be
to pool our resources and...
when all that fear and anger can be directed.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need...
Play along.
What he means to say is yes.
Picture it, Conrad. Your own... Ah, here she is. Conrad. May I introduce you to Jane?
A pleasure, my lady.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from camp.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamel's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid.
My shop.
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
Don't get yourself worked up. You need rest.
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something, and we may... Ah, here he... Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill.
Underhill.
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season...
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, and while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is... Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what if our humble town is to endure not only this hardship...
All right. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance...
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good. Merely that it produced the desired... Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back...
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat with time. They may even...
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before.
I take it your scouts found them.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. All.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
I have a favor to... I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups. One from the south and one from the desert. In a move...
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert.
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalimil,
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands...
then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
No women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
He's all yours.
They mean to overwhelm us. Too slow.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Natalie, you did well out there. The inn...
Without you, there would have been no... You saved us, Conrad.
We all saved up.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be...
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty band.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the We are united. And as for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
But all our beds are taken.
Martha, it's good to see you.
And you, Clive.
Otto said you'd been attacked by a Kashik.
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding...
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight.
I thought you'd never off. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased.
We're on our way.
Do you think there were as many as Martha says?
More.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
The barricades we've set up around the town won't hold the Akashic back for long. Might buy us a few moments.
Clive, wounded.
We deal with the Akashic first.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
How do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for
Wade's men? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out...
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join...
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to shelter some of them. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we...
Martha! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels! And they got wounded with them!
Damn it all!
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them...
I will.
My brothers.
Mad dogs. Alone.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift. But what about... I didn't ask, sir.
Sir Wade!
Lord Rosfield, if you aren't...
Martha seemed to think you might need some help, and by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them, but we didn't know there would be so many.
Behind you!
Damn it! We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try. Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty. Nice try.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow.
Mad dogs. The law.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
The Akashic attacked us out of the blue. There's no telling when they might be back.
Fiends try to climb the walls here, too.
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Something's coming.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, Sir Wade. Shall we?
Nice try.
That's better. slow. Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wound.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard.
Well, when you put it like that...
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet. Oscar, over here.
It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rosfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch? I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew.
Well, go on, then. It's not for me to ask him.
Yes, Sir Wade. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar. But I'm a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other Guardians are... I mean to say that, they're...
It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way.
First, we find Isabel.
Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts on the far side of the wall.
I saw it with my own eyes.
I can't do it.
Lord.
We received the Dame's mess. There have been sightings of strange creatures and...
With the blue eyes. Yes, they've taken so many.
Akashic, but different.
Ultimate. And what of your mistress?
Oh, no.
Then we'll look for her there.
We could leave.
That thing?
Madame, please! Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word. What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection, and protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my... In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are you, but more than that, they are your sisters. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and...
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's...
What we have left is our lives!
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over... I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly.
It was a noble effort. But I thought you might still need some support.
I'd like you to consider my need.
What we need to consider is where...
The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? They came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then...
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just...
It's all right.
Don't leave me, Paul.
Family.
You're a pikeman.
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so... And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow.
Leave that to her.
At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
Give me your arm. The two soldiers were carrying another.
It was all they could do to escape.
Clive, look.
I see them. With me!
Waken winds!
Should I try?
Save your strength.
It's over.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right?
Yes. Well,
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain.
hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man. It's not the most selfless of motives. Now me, I never needed convincing. And the people I love. Now, if you don't mind.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problem. But it has solved one. And that's one fewer than I had this morning.
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the color of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Tyre says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, it was not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You are special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua. Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
I thought Ty had told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.